Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and today I'll be doing a guide on the talent of Elusiveness, the best talent option out of the 45 bracket for PvP. This talent is the best one for all specs of rogues, and it is much more viable and vital to us ever since the nerf to Cloak of Shadows, which makes us much more susceptible to caster-based teams. In today's video, I'll show you guys some games of Rogue, Shadow Priest, Druid against a God comp where they have so much pressure with CC, as well as all the magical damage in the world, leaving me with little chances to cloak unless I'm looking for a straight death. But Elusiveness allow me to keep that from having to be pressed until a much more precious, much more vital moment, allowing me to survive the carnage the whole time and win us the game. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, as I'll be commentating every moment when I use Elusiveness and how to use it effectively. Now the question is, how do you use Feint? When do you use Feint? How often do you use it? And the question is very simple to answer. There should be key situations you should be looking for that tell you when to press Feint. It's really easy ability, and it's really just muscle memory depending on what your eyes see, and then your finger follows what your eyes see. So let's say you're in a tough situation, like let's say you get rooted. That is usually when you press Feint. If you get slowed and the enemy is casting a spell at you, you want to press Feint. If you're pushing up into the enemy team side and the healer is a little far from you, you want to press Feint. You see a mage using Frost Orb and you're right next to it, you want to hit Feint. You see somebody casting at you and CC getting lined up, you want to get Feint up. If you get haunted, or I guess disarmed is what Shadow Priest still call it, you want to get Feint up as soon as possible. So really Feint is muscle memory. Now that's the only thing you need to learn, because if you learn how to use it with muscle memory and with depending on each situation, then honestly while you have it up you're always taking 30% damage reduction. There's no really big trick to it, so really just muscle memory. It's kind of like, let's say you're touching your hand with the stove, right? And the stove is hot, you automatically move your hand away. It's a natural reaction, it's muscle memory kind of deal. If you're driving a car, the road is curving to the left, you make a left turn. You don't think whether you should make a right turn, maybe you should make a stop, maybe you should reverse, you just make a left turn how you're supposed to. So it's muscle memory of that kind of sort. So it's just a few things to remember. The times when I like to use Feint, which procs Elusiveness, is when I'm rooted, slowed, I'm running at someone who's casting a spell, and it's an offensive spell, I am too deep into the enemy team, I see big coolies, or I'm expecting to be blown up. And the last one is the expectation. It's kind of like, it's all about just having the experience of watching how the enemy team is played, watching what kind of abilities they're lining up, watching if they're going to fear my healer. Then I feel like maybe a stun coming out at me, so I feint before it, and that's just something that'll be learned with experience while playing the game. That is something I cannot really just, get my point across. That is something you would just need to figure out for yourselves, because, each situation is definitely different from one and the other. So, yeah. That's really it for Feint, honestly. This video wasn't going to be anything, crazy, complicated or anything. Not even supposed to be really crazy complicated either. So, hopefully this guide helps you guys. Feint is definitely a much better, or Elusiveness is definitely a much better option than spamming Feint with an arena. It's not something to be spammed, but something to be applied whenever you're in a bad situation. And reduces 30% of all damage you take, which is very, very effective. You'll be surprised just how strong that is. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Dalaran, really quick and easy one on how to use Elusiveness, and it's all about the muscle memory, boys and girls. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Dalaran, and I'll see you guys in the next video.